Hello YouTube, how you guys doing on this fine Friday? Hopefully everyone's doing great. Anyhow, I'm coming with you with two videos mashed into one. I didn't feel like filming yesterday, so I didn't do it. And I thought I would put it together with this other one that I was going to do today. So, the one I didn't do yesterday was my things for making Thursday. And the theme for the month is granny squares. And in the past, I've shown you a few blankets I've made currently or had made in the past. And this is another blanket I had made. I'm going to show you half, and then I'll show you the full. And in the description box down below, or in the chat area, I will put a picture in so you see the full blanket. Like I said, the theme is granny squares. And I can honestly say the lighter green colored one, you can really see the granny square stitch in it. I really think that's the only one. Well, no, I would say also in the dark purple one, even though it's got baubles in it, it's also got like the solid granny square. So I will try to show you the blanket. I guess this way would be the easiest. So there's these two squares. And if I can hold it up, hopefully you can see it. But the purple one does have like a solid granny square with baubles. Then there are these two squares. Like I said, this lighter green one, you can tell it's part of it is technically a standard granny square stitch. They're different squares. And then there's these two that I made. So that's the one half. But like I said, it's actually double that. So it's a cute little child-sized blanket for a toddler. Where I got the pattern from, to be honest with you, I could not remember. This blanket, I made it pre-pandemic, and I honestly don't recall what led me to make it. I think it was a participation in a make-along at one point. If it was, I could not tell you. If it was Facebook, it was probably Facebook, if anything, at the time I wasn't really on YouTube much, like participating in make-alongs and stuff, so it had to be off of Facebook. But that's all I can tell you. I don't remember which group it was from. I do know the yarn is, I'm going to say by the softness of it, I think it's Burnett, the Super Value yarn. Like their cheap stuff, their worsted weight yarn. I think if it's not, then it's Red Heart, but I'm pretty sure this is Burnett. So that's my thing to make on Thursday. Granny Square blanket. Well, Granny Square-ish blanket. Oh, got an end popped out there. Oh, all fixed. And so there's that. Then today's video was going to be an FO video. Like I said, so you're getting a 2-for-1. Now, I'd had these made last year at some point, minus the buttons. And they were at my camper when I finished them, so I just left them up there. I ordered the buttons from Amazon early this year, or late last year. I think it was early this year I'd ordered them. And they sat here, and the buttons sat here, and the items sat at my trailer until about a month ago, I think. I finally brought them home because I was looking for something else at my camper. And then I finally last night decided to put the buttons on. Now, it's made with the exact same yarn and the exact same pattern, same knit needles. And once I show you each one of them, I will hold them up and you can tell there's a difference in the size, yet the yarn's the exact same brand. I don't get how yarn can do that unless it has something to do with the dye itself. But it was the exact same yarn. Again, don't know what yarn it was. Didn't have, it had labels, but I don't recall what it was. And the funny thing is, the smaller one, now that I'm looking at it, it's kind of weird. The smaller one has more buttons. Well, I don't know. So the smaller one's the one I knitted up first, and it's done raglan style. So here you go. Little cute little baby sweater. I just let the yarn work itself. So you start at the top, You work down to, on this one's easiest to show you, where the burgundy ends before the marl yarn comes. And you put all the stitches then on stitch holders, and then you work down the rest of the body and then the bottom. Then you have to add both sleeves, and then you add you pick up your stitches along the length, like the length of the sweaters, because you got your button band side and then your buttonhole side, and there's a shot of the back, and then you just do work up that. But for some reason, like I said, I've got 6 buttons on this one, and there are 6 buttonholes. And then the other one I made, and like I said, I just let the yarn go itself. Now I know this yarn is a little thicker, because I did try to, when I had gotten the yarn originally, I tried to work it together in a pattern for a blanket. I was going to do a chevron blanket and let the color like variegate back and forth between the 2 colors. And it wasn't working out because the red is a thinner yarn for some reason than the blue. And like I said, just let the yarn do its thing. And as you can see where the dark blue kind of ends with a bit of a marl look, sorry. And then it goes down through the body. And then there's the other sleeve. So the sleeves on this one are different, where the red one, both sleeves were the same. And then this is the back of this one. I think it's kind of cute. I'm going to fold them in half to show you the size difference. I didn't realize, I knew the red one was a little thinner. I'm actually going to put it so the collars are at the top, and then hopefully you can see the bottom. And like I said, the red one is smaller, but it's got more buttons. And I find that funny. I didn't plan it. I don't know how I managed it, but I did. I don't know how well you can see that. So I've got the top together. Hopefully it's lining up and you can see that the bottom is a little longer on the blue one. I don't know. Yeah, I did finish those. Like I said, I finally put the buttons on them yesterday. So they're good to go to hopefully a good home at some point or another. And other than that, I don't have any other finished objects. I just had, like I said, the buttons on these I finished. The penguin I'm working on for a friend. It's almost done. Now, I followed a pattern for the majority of it. Other than the fact I took 2 different patterns to work on finishing it. Because the beak on the pattern that I originally was using, wasn't a fan of it, nor the feet, and I didn't like the tough, like little strands of hair kind of thing mimicking the ears. So I went looking for another pattern, and I'm kind of using the parts from it to make the rest of the penguin. My wristers, because I've got actual physical copy of the pattern, because it's out of that book, that's going to be more my camper projects because I don't have internet at the computer or at my trailer, so it's always best if I'm going to work on something there. It's either a project I know how to do it out of the top of my head kind of thing, or if it's from a pattern I have actually a hard copy of. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to show you. I was just double checking what bags I've got all sitting here, and that'd be it for this week. So I don't know if I'll be out this weekend or not. So everyone have a great weekend, and I will see you on the YouTube streets when I see you next. Bye for now.